create more jobs. I mean, most of my friends right now are graduating high school, graduating college, they're looking for something to do, they're looking to, be in the best. And let's be honest, Montgomery County is amazing, but where it's going business-wise is not the best. So I want to make it easier.
Excuse me. As a business owner, I would say, yes, it is difficult to try to navigate through what you need to do, where to go, who to talk to, and things like that. But I think the biggest idea I have to recruit and maintain businesses here in Montgomery County is to highlight our residents. We have some loyal, dedicated residents here in Montgomery County. But with all the issues that we have, people still want to come here. The people that are here still want to be here, and they maintain here because they know that Montgomery County is amazing. So I feel like we need to highlight our residents and make sure that these companies know you're going to get the good quality worker that you are looking for to help you with your business and be there and work with you from bottom up, so that if you do have to go and go to all these different places to get the things that you need, you know for sure that you have those good quality workers at the job, making sure things are getting done so that you can go and do what you need to do. And that's me personally as a business owner. When I have to do research on this or go find that, I know that I have people in my corner from Montgomery County who are loyal, who are dedicated to thriving with Montgomery County. I know that they have my back, and if companies know that when they come to Montgomery County, that the residents here are 100% loyal and dedicated and will help them get to where they need to be, it will all work out, and we will all be able to get to where we need to be.
Thank you for that. So the second planning objective of the fiscal year 19 through 24 fiscal plan that we wanted to address was giving priority to capital investments that support economic development and tax-based growth. So the question is, in your view, what are the most meaningful capital investments? Is it transportation, schools, or other economic incentives?
A lot of times questions asked of political candidates is, what would you spend, what would you do, and in this case it's what capital investments. I want to start by telling you that we are in the next capital investment cycle, 6-year cycle. We are going to cut by 11% spending we do because of the fiscal mismanagement of the last 10 years. So I may come up with really great ideas, but eventually when you're not running the county correctly fiscally, you start running out of money. You can't save the world if you can't pay your rent. So in answer to it, capital investments, for me, transportation infrastructure and education in schools will be 1 and 2. So let me bring up schools because we haven't brought that up yet. Our school construction costs are twice they are in Houston on a per square foot basis, and even more on a per pupil basis. So we start running out of money. Some of that goes into things related to stormwater abatement, supposedly related to a consent decree, and it is. But when you start spending money incorrectly, you run out of money, and it doesn't matter what the politicians say, this is the order I'm going to do with capital investment. I am going to make sure we have more money and the money goes further wherever we go in capital investment.
Something I'm really key on is relationships. And something in my 30 years of life, it just keeps elevating. I'm able to have these successful businesses, events, do the things I do because of relationships. So if I was to look at this leadership position, I look forward to making more relationships and collaborating with more people to basically help us spend less money. So for some people, politics, they say, hey, you're dreaming right now, but I'm a dreamer, and my dreams come true. So that's the relationship part. My main priorities right now would be definitely, if my kid's about to start school, my mother fiscal is definitely in education, because let's be honest, most people do have children, most people are parents. And a lot of people serving our community right now are teachers, principals, maintenance people. So that's where my heart is, and then obviously transportation can come number two of that.
I would have to agree. I have, like I said, 3 young girls, 8, 5, and 4, and right now, school and education is always a priority because our children are our future. And without securing our children and our future, everything will just begin to fall through the cracks. I am so for universal pre-K. I have a 4-year-old right now that I have to cross my fingers and hope that she's able to get into the program. So I feel like investing in our schools and the safety of our schools and the future of our children will always be number one. Transportation is, I'm not going to say second, I'm going to say all of these things are in a straight line, because we have to make sure that we are, and again, that transportation is, I'm not just talking about the streets and the highways, I'm talking about transportation for these kids too, school buses. There are some kids that have to walk to school, but there are no sidewalks and things like that. Those type of things we have to make priority in order to keep our children safe, and so we can secure our future, so they can have a bright future and something to look forward to, and ways to get to these different programs and things like that. So school number 1, transportation is 1.5.
So I'm going to try to talk quick because that's a loaded question. So I want to give priority to our schools and school construction. I've worked closely with Senator Nancy King in Annapolis, who actually secured $50 million coming back to Montgomery County and additional funding to make sure that we had state investment. I work in Annapolis all the time as the chair of the education subcommittee for the Maryland Association of Counties to make sure that we continue to advocate for fighting to bring more school construction dollars throughout the state, not just to Montgomery County. I also want to make sure that when it comes to affordable housing, we're focused on development. I get criticized for supporting developers, but I'm also the person who voted to increase the impact taxes on developers so that we could get more money to go into school construction. And so it's so funny when I get criticized by folks saying, oh yeah, you're in the pocket of developers because you take contributions, and actually then I go and vote against them and ask them for more money to contribute. That's how I am, that's what I do. And then when it comes to transportation, again, I've been fighting against Governor Hogan's recommendation to stalwart efforts to really create advancements on 270. The reality is that 270 just needs reversible hot lanes that are non-toll, just reversible lanes that we can go back and forth. And we really need to do that. That's important for us. And there doesn't need to be a study for that. We already have done that many years ago.
Thank you, everybody. So the next question is also centered around the budget. Given the budget constraints being experienced by Montgomery County as a result of both lower expected real estate tax income as well as income tax collections, likely compounded by the Federal Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017, what else outside economic development? So outside of economic development, what will you propose that Montgomery County do to close these running structural budget gaps? Oh, sorry, we should start with the titles.
Well, I'll just ask you to ask the question.
Sure, no problem. Let me just get my phone off lock. So the question is, given the budget constraints being experienced by Montgomery County as a result of lower than expected real estate and income tax collections, this is likely compounded by the Federal Tax Cuts and Jobs Act of 2017 because it would reduce income tax collections. What else outside economic development will you propose Montgomery County do to close these running structural budget gaps? So we've talked about expanding the tax base and economic development to grow revenue. What else do you think Montgomery County needs to do to close these structural budget gaps?
I'm not going to BS you guys. I don't have a good answer for that right now, so I'm going to look more into. And I think that's exactly where to know for myself. It's something I have to look into. I do not have a good answer for that right now.
absolutely have to look into this, to see what works best and how the county will be able to move forward with this.
I just want to say from my two colleagues who spoke before me that honesty is a beautiful thing, and it's not easy. I can't tell you as a person who served in elected office for 11 years that I have the magic answer, and nobody up here should say they do, because it would have already been done, and we'd be in a much better place, Democrat or Republican. So let me just respect what you just said. It's a very difficult question, and it's one in which I think, look, we're all trying to achieve cost savings. We certainly want to see in ways in which we can partner, marrying up projects, standardization of projects, what we've done with our schools in terms of really looking at ways in which we can use the standardization model where we have kind of the shell and then say we build off of that. That helps to achieve some cost savings. Partnering with neighboring jurisdictions on projects, i.e. what we just proposed with Frederick when it came to writing a joint letter with them about I-270 and the things that we can do together. Those are how we can realistically achieve some of the cost savings. But there is no magic bullet. There is no, because if you then take away money from these particular projects that actually are costly because they need to have quality, then you reduce the quality of those projects, which means they don't have the longevity and it costs you more money in the long run. So there unfortunately isn't that magic solution that's out there. It's just one in which we're going to have to continue to work creatively. And one of the things that Kyle said before, in partnership with folks. That really is really important. I'll get this down.
What if we built schools for a lot less? And instead of increasing impact fees, we reduced impact fees because it costs less money than the impact of new development. So developers developed more, we created new jobs, and everything started moving forward. What if in affordable housing, right now we have 1,600 low-income families with vouchers for homes. There's a 33,000 waiting list. What if instead of putting all the affordable housing into Silver Spring, Bethesda, Chevy Chase, where it's very expensive, we spread them out to less expensive areas, lowered the condo fees, lowered the amount of money developers have to spend to get these low-income people into homes, and saved money all around, and again, began the economic going in the right direction. What if instead of spending money for political agendas on bus rapid transit, we saved a few $billions and use that to, again, lower taxes, lower fees on businesses, lower impact fees, and let them start generating the economy. Very quickly, and then I'll stop, I think I'm just about over. We are too much following the model of California, and what is very misunderstood, they have the highest poverty rate of any state in the country as of this year. So there are not magic bullets, but smarter ways of running an economy. Thank you.
Thank you guys for those answers. So the next question is shifting a little bit back to the area of schools in Montgomery County. As the District 2 council member, how will you work with the Board of Education and hold the Montgomery County Public Schools accountable on student achievement and progress?
I think it is important for the schools, the Board of Education, and the Parent-Teacher Association to all work together, because the Parent-Teacher Associations are working directly with the parents, the schools need to, the Board of Education needs to work directly with the county. I really feel like everything, all of these things, it all boils down to everyone working together. Everyone has to talk about the issues, everyone has to come together and come up with a solution that's going to work. These kids going to school, some of them are not going to be able to achieve the things that other kids achieve, because unfortunately here, still today in Montgomery County, there are children who go to bed It cannot perform the same way a kid who has these things can perform. I think it's important for the teachers, the parents, and the county, the Board of Education and the county council to all work together to solve these issues so each kid has the opportunity to be able to move forward and perform to their fullest extent, because it's not fair to hold everybody at the same level and expect for all of these kids to be able to perform and do the same thing. It's not going to happen because everyone is different. I have a personal experience with that. When I was in high school, I missed first period a lot because my mom was a single mom, and me and my older sister had to make sure my little sisters got on the school bus. So when I got to school late, they would say, "Oh, you're just lazy. You just didn't want to get up in the morning." No, I had sisters to put on the school bus. So we have to partner with everyone and make sure that everyone has the opportunity to move forward and deal with what they have to deal with at home so that they can perform at a level with everyone else.
I hate the fact that I only had 90 seconds to answer this question because as chair of the council's education committee, I have so much to say. Look, I've been a partner with Dr. Jack Smith as well as Dr. Starr before, but I have been credited with really creating a bridge between the Board of Education and the council. We used to just stroke a check to the Board of Education and say, "Thank you very much, have a great day." Because there's not a lot that we can do legislatively. The school board is a state entity. However, it's about building relationships, and I've got one of the strongest relationships you could ever have with our school board, and that's enabled us to get some great things done. I just want to highlight a few things for you. Seneca Valley High School, up 3 percentage points in graduation. Northwest High School, up 2.2 percentage points in graduation. Quince Orchard High School, 95.6% graduation rate, the 6th highest in the county, along with Northwest right behind them on its heels at 94.95. I will tell you this, that even our lowest performing schools in our district, Watkins Mill at 84.5, and even Gaithersburg that's struggling at 77 is still higher than what we see in District of Columbia charter high schools. Charter high schools. Let me be very clear. We have focused on the achievement, equity, opportunity gap. We have created many programs that are pathways for children to go to college who never thought that they would ever have that opportunity. We've expanded and will be increasing, we'll be actually expanding a program at the new Seneca Valley that will actually create VOTEC there, something that I advocated for and insisted that our school board do, and they listened and acquiesced to that. It is incredible the amount of stuff that's going on. Please see me afterwards so I can tell you everything that's happening in our schools because it's tremendous.
While the microphone is being passed down to Ed, I'll just say, since a couple of you have mentioned not having enough time on a few issues, I think what we'll do is add a couple minutes to each of your closing statements to address any additional thoughts you have about any of those issues.
Well, there's no way 90 seconds is going to be enough for me in education. These are the scores, the park scores, of all the schools that you care about here in Upper County. Montgomery County is blessed with probably the best demographics in the country in terms of education of the parents, the education level of parents. We right now have the largest achievement gap of any county in Maryland. We have had lower standards. Our standards in grading, in rigor, in curriculum rigor, and discipline are going down. There's not a single person, not a single teacher who doesn't agree with that. You can door knock to your dad, and that's going to be an agreement. We have a one-size-fits-all kind of a school system that doesn't meet the needs of talented people, doesn't meet the needs of people who would do better in trade schools, doesn't fit the needs of so many of our kids. We don't get nearly enough kids into college level courses while they're in high school. Equity, which keeps being brought up, we don't have geographic equity, we don't have zip code equity, we don't even have equity, what I call in the loop equity. Some people are in the loop, some parents, and they know how to get their kids into something. We don't have enough, even close to enough magnet schools. There's good news. There's good news all over the country. All of these problems are being resolved in the states that are moving forward with real education reform. Those education reforms include meritocracy, They include school choice, and sometimes they include charter schools. I'm going to end by talking about one charter school, but I can go on forever all the charter schools I've seen. Success Academy has 46 schools in the worst areas in New York City. Their kids come in with 24% or less proficiency. They go up 2 grades every year until they reach 95% proficiency, which is as high as anything we have in our entire county. So there is good news. We need to join them.
Ed literally took every single word I was going to say about that. Another thing I still have a lot to learn on, but this is the good news. You know, my brother, I'm very close with my brother who is a teacher here. My best friend, who I partnered with at Rock the Block at Watkins Mill, we did a huge revamp at Watkins Mill. We did this huge affair for them to get all the community involved, the feeder schools involved. It was a big day for them, just to get them excited about where they are, how they are. So one way is just getting kids, parents, everybody just excited about education again. You know, I'm involved with a lot of kids, high schoolers, and stuff like that right now, and the whole, just the last 5 years alone with social media, their minds aren't even there. They're not even there, you know what I'm saying? So we have to really get them excited about learning, especially in this awesome county where, as he said, you know, the parents here are very highly qualified and educated in what they know, but, you know, our future, we need to have them excited about the schools that they're at, no matter where they are in the county. And going off of what's been said was just, you know, getting the parents, teachers, board of education, and obviously, you know, who are elected to get together and really focus on the problems and really, like we talked about earlier, just getting organizated, just people excited about education again. So it's another thing that I'm going to look more into, talk to, you know, my brother, other people. I got to meet Jack, I don't know Jack Smith as good as Mr. Rice does, but I have done some commencement speeches at the local high school the last couple of years, so I did get a chance to meet them and hopefully get the chance to work more with the Board of Education and make a change here.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to ask one more question that's pre-prepared, and then we're going to shift to folks in the audience. So if you have questions or thoughts that you'd like to ask any of the 4 candidates or all of the 4 candidates, get those ready. So the last question, actually, and Ed touched on this, is regarding magnet schools or enhanced academic programs. As you are probably aware from previous community meetings, there is a sense that the Up County is a little bit underserved by these types of programs. So we would like to hear your opinions and thoughts on what can be done, understanding that it's the Montgomery County Board of Education and the school administration that sets a lot of these priorities, but what as a council member do you think that you can bring to that debate? I think is it you, Craig?
So I'm really excited about this question. I was hoping it would come up because I want to encourage everybody to take a look at an article in WAMU. And the title is Montgomery County Seeks Early Success in Effort to Diversify Schools' Gifted Programs. What the school system has decided to do, I was a part of the magnet program, the very first magnet program in Montgomery County. The math science, computer science magnet at Tacoma Park that then spilled over into Blair. It was an elitist, separate, very exclusive program. And over the years, the board has moved away from that model to something that says we need to bring more of these programs to all the schools. A lot of people don't realize there are magnet programs at a lot of schools, we just don't call them magnets anymore. At Northwest High School, we have the Ulysses program, a great gifted and talented program that's there that is accelerating students in biotech, in biology, in chemistry, making sure that they're challenged. It's just not called magnet, but it's the exact same thing. They're taking the exact same courses. The reason why I know is because my daughter's a part of it. And she's actually just finished taking her AP Bio exam as a sophomore. These are the opportunities that are there for our kids that we continue to expand, that I have pushed our Board of Education to do, and really making sure that we expand those opportunities throughout the county. I don't want this to be exclusive to just a select few. It needs to be there because what we see is when children are challenged, when all of our children are challenged, they excel. And so our best option is to make sure that we do more of these programs, not call them magnet, but allow them to be diversified in each of our schools all throughout the county so that everybody has a chance to be quote unquote gifted and talented.
First, I want to say I'm very impressed with the kind of work Jack Smith is doing. So I want to give him some accolades. Talking about magnet programs, we have a severe shortage of seats in magnet programs. It's most true in Upper County, but it's everywhere. We get to a point where we have quota systems. We don't call them that. We hide them under other names, and it determines who's going to get into what magnet school. And sometimes it's by who's in the loop. Sometimes it's just by the type of person we're looking to attract to a particular thing. In the meantime, the county that has passed us for #1 county in Maryland in terms of education is Howard County. They don't have a magnet program. They don't need a magnet program. The types of schools I keep talking about, the Citizens Academy, the Cristo Reys, the Missions, the Basis, the Success Academies, the entire school's a magnet school. I taught in some of the most challenging areas you could possibly imagine. I taught them at levels that were several grades higher than what I was supposed to be teaching in science. It doesn't matter what your background is, if you bring up the rigor, you have full discipline, and you do those sorts of things, everybody learns, and we don't have everybody fighting over seats or trying to get into the right zip code. That is my top priority. It will be to make sure high-performing programs are proliferating in any way we can do it in so many places that all of that is unnecessary. Thank you.
Yeah, Brother Craig had made great points. This is another topic that I'm going to be learning more about and being sure with you guys, but just like I guess all of us, I'm a big fan of pushing kids, challenging kids, letting them see what they're about. Because in these magnet schools, or I guess not informal magnet schools, these high performance school systems, programs, they need to be there. And I'm not going to tell you guys I know as much as these guys do, but I will. I'm going to know as much as I can. So.
I want to start off by saying that Montgomery County has some amazing programs that they are offering inside of these high schools, and I know for sure that these programs are making a difference to these high school students. The one thing that I would like to see is these programs being offered at an elementary school and at a middle school level. It needs to be more available to these kids. My daughter is 8 years old, and if you ask her what she wants to be, she will tell you an architect. And ask me how many programs are available for me to put her in for her to express her artistic skills and what she wants to do. My 5-year-old wants to be a pastry chef. Ask me how many programs there's for me to put her in so that she can be able to fulfill her dreams and what she wants to do. Now, yes, Montgomery County has made amazing steps to, to help these kids and finding who they are and where their passion is. But I want to see that not only at the high school level, but at the middle school and definitely at the elementary school level, because at the elementary school level, those are the kids that, they're a little easier to be shaped, and you can help them, and they're more coachable at that age, and you can really help and build them to